गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Good evening. Please see page number 94 for today's quote. The first quote in the page. Behind everything, the same divinity is existing, and out of this comes the basis of morality. Do not injure another. Love everyone as your own self, because the whole universe is one. In injuring another, I am injuring myself. In loving another, I am loving myself. Behind everything, the same divinity is existing, and this is the out of this comes the basis of morality. Naitikata. Why should we be moral? Why should we be ethical? Why should we be honest? Why should we love others? Somebody says you don't love others. You are not honest with others. You be honest with yourself, because there is nothing like others. It is all one life, the one creator. One creator finds expression through these multiple forms. So when you love others, you love yourself truly. When you injure others, you injure yourself because the so-called other is only your extension. The so-called other is your own extension. Is you in another form. It's you in another form. See, after we are born, we are given the name. We all have names, right? Suppose none of us have got any name after our birth. ఎవరికి పేరు లేదనుకోండి, ఎవరికి పేరు పెట్టలేదు మన తల్లిదండ్రులు. So I am speaking, you are listening. Now, if somebody says, looks at us, so you have a name, write us. Shruti is saying, so and so is listening. We tell the names. Neither you have the name nor I have the name. Then who is speaking to whom? Who is listening to whom? But still speaking is happening, right? A pair this is Chapandi. You tell me without the name. Now you can say that so and so is speaking and so is listening. You remove the names. Who is listening and who is speaking? The same, right? The speaker and the listener are one and the same. It's as simple as that. But once you take up this name, you think you are completely separate from the rest of the world. I am injuring myself in loving another. I am loving myself in injuring another. I am injuring myself. So Swami says that this is the basis of all morality. Advaita. No two. No second. That is the basis of morality. Why should I love others? Because others, so-called other, is your own self. So why should I be honest with us? Because there's nothing like others. This is what our philosophy has been saying. This helps the world. We all can become one family. Today, there's war going on one side of the world. Why? Because people of that country are completely separate from the people of my country. You have made an artificial distinction. The geographical barriers that we have created. We have drawn these lines, national borders. భగవంతుడు ఏమైనా రాసి పంపించాడా? ఆయన గీసాడా? అక్కడ వాళ్ళు కట్టాడా? This is Russia, this is Ukraine. Is there a border? God has given, partitioned it. God has partitioned the earth. No. We have made some administrative units for the convenience of administration. Maybe linguistically you may be speaking different language, you may have a different culture, right? But it is all one earth. How come that we forget this? It's all one humanity, right? Only when you forget that it's one humanity, it's one species, it is one earth, then conflicts will arise, quarrels will happen, wars will happen. Humanity will lose enormously. That's why Swami says this Advaita is the only philosophy which helps us to integrate the whole earth into one family. You just see, Socrates said, today you have an examination, I believe. I think maybe you have some of them, maybe a bit tensed about that, but take it easy. It's not an exam for a competitive exam or not for a job. An unexamined life is not worth living. Who said this? Socrates. Who is Socrates? Greek philosopher. Very good. So unexamined life is not worth living. So when we live, because we are educated people, we must actually analyze ourselves, examine ourselves. మనల్ని మనం చదువుకోవాలి. దాన్ని సంస్కృతిలో స్వాధ్యాయం. You need to study yourself. So whenever you have an occasion to suffer something, to experience some pain, you just reflect, who is suffering and I am suffering. Now who am I? A question should arise. What is the nature of that I? Right? Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say, the root cause of all suffering is I and mine. ప్రపంచంలో దుఃఖం ఉంది, ఆ దుఃఖానికి కారణం నేను నాది అంటవే అంటాడు ఆయన. So what we have brought into the world when we are born in the world? Have we brought anything into the world? No. When you die, can we take anything from this world? No, right? Everything belongs to one creator. Okay? We appropriate things from creator and we put our stamp on it. This is mine. But you have not created anything. People are partitioning the land and saying that this is my land. And how much of quarrel going on in the name of you occupy other lands, you encroach upon other lands, litigation, all this is what you see. What have you brought? You have come into the world. It all belongs to one God. How come that you have forgotten it? You can't own anything in this world where nothing belongs to you, everything belongs to God. Have that kind of detachment. Sri Ramakrishna says that I and mine is ignorance. Remove that I and mine, you will become one with the Lord. This I and mine alone is ignorance. That is responsible for all the selfishness that exists in the world. But you don't know what is that I. Do you mean to say that this body is you? Do you mean to say that this mind is you? But you are saying that my mind, my body, you are separate from these two. So you are wrongly identified with these two, and you think actually you are this little limited personality, and then the rest of the things become separate for you. And this kind of This kind of duality or differentiation is responsible for all the suffering in the world. So this I and mine is ignorant. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa would say how you must live in the world like a lotus leaf. Lotus leaf stays in the water, but it doesn't get moistened by water. తామరాకు లాగా ఉండమంటాడు ఆయన ప్రపంచంలో. తామరాకు నీటిలో ఉంటుంది కానీ నీరు దానికి అంటుకోదు. అలానే మనం వీఆర్ ఇన్ ద వరల్డ్, బట్ వరల్డ్ డజంట్ స్టిక్ టు అస్, షుడ్ నాట్ స్టిక్ టు అస్. దట్స్ హౌ వీ నీడ్ టు లివ్. Everything belongs to God. You use it, you appropriate it, nothing wrong, because after all, we are all God's children. But at the same time, know that, understand that it doesn't really belong to you, it belongs to God. Everything, your family members also, they belong to God. You can't own anybody in this world, anything in this world, including your own body, because one day the body will go. So nothing, you are not the owner of anything. So disown everything and then use. So this sense of I and mine is the source of all suffering, is the source of all selfishness in the world. The less I and mine you have, the easier, smoother the life becomes. That's what actually detached life is. Then the suffering becomes less. Nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to God. This is a very good understanding, a superior understanding. Try to deepen this understanding. Try to live with this sense of, not I, not mine, but thou and thine, O Lord. నాది కాదు నీది ఓ దేవుడా, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ నీది అని అనుకుంటూ పోతూ ఉంటే మెల్లగా మనకు డిటాచ్మెంట్ వస్తుంది. సో వెన్ దస్ యూ బికమ్ డిటాచ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద థింగ్స్ ఆఫ్ ది వరల్డ్, యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ మోర్ పీస్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్, మోర్ ట్రాంక్విలిటీ, మోర్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్. వెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ దిస్, ఎక్విజిషన్ ఆఫ్ స్కిల్స్ బికమ్స్ ఈజీ. మనకి ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఫోకస్ పెరుగుతుందో అప్పుడు మనకి నైపుణ్యాలు సంపాదించుకోవడం తేలికవుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే మనసులో పీస్ ఉంది కాబట్టి, ప్రశాంతత ఉంది కాబట్టి. సో ఆ మానసిక ప్రశాంతత ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? నేను నాది అని తగ్గించుకున్నప్పుడు, రైట్? కొంతమంది పిల్లలు అయితే పొద్దున్న సాయంకాలం దాకా చూస్తే ఒక 1000 సార్లు నేను 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 అంటుంటారు. సో రిడ్యూస్ ఇట్ ఫ్రమ్ టుడే ఆన్వర్డ్స్. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa never used I. He would say this place. You would feel ashamed to say I. Everything belongs to God. This body also is not mine. This place, he would say. He would never say I. So everything belongs to God. Everything belongs to Him. Have this kind of understanding and conduct yourself in the world. Then you will have more peace of mind. You will become truly successful. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice evening. All the best for your exam. Thank you.